Yeah. This your boy Rich Notch.
Yo, and I'm Brock Landers.
And this is Chop It Up Hip Hop. We in the chop shop, and today we're going to be talking about top 5 favorite albums by solo artists, hip hop solo artists. And we're going to do top 5 favorite albums by duo/group.
And you said these are going to be debuts by both.
Debuts,
solos.
yeah, debut albums. Top 5 debut albums by solo hip hop solo artists, and top 5 debut albums by duo/groups. And we're gonna start it off with the solos. But before we get into that, before y'all jump on our backs, before y'all kill us and all the hate emails and everything, we're gonna get it out the way. Why certain things didn't get mentioned. Now, Brock, let them know what the rules are.
All right, for the solo debuts. This one was tough trying to figure this out. It's only debut albums, like if the person came from a group and dropped a solo, we're not counting it. It has to be like their debut to the music, the rap scene, I guess you want to say.
Exactly. So if they came from a group, like if you come from a group like a Raekwon, Cuban Links, I know a lot of people want to mention that. I would love to mention that too, but he already came from an established group that dropped the studio album, so we can't count Cuban Links, GZA, Liquid Swords.
I mean, there's so many. I mean, you could go with
Lauryn
Hill, Ice Cube, Dr. Dre.
Yeah, Dr. Dre, The Chronic. We can't count that because he came from NWA.
Right.
Lauryn Hill came from the Fugees. Styles P first album was crazy, his solo album, but he came from a group.
Right.
You know, Rod Digger, you know, she came from Flip Mode. I don't know if we really consider that
that wasn't like a group. That was more like, I guess, Busta's label, like his crew he's trying to put on.
So you wouldn't consider them a group, even though they did 2 albums, 2 Flip Mode albums, I think.
Nah, because I think it's a collaboration, because at that time, late 90s, early 2000s, everybody had their crew. They were trying to put on, start their own label, like Rough Riders, Flip Mode. I mean, everybody had their own fucking crew. I mean,
good point.
You know, so I wouldn't consider them an actual group. You know what I mean?
We can't count Busta first album because he came from Leaders of the New School, for you youngins that don't know that. Now, GZA, I was going to count, but you made up a point. You brought out a point earlier why we couldn't count that anyway, Liquid Swords, and that was
because that Liquid Swords was not his debut album. GZA Genius put out an album called Words from the Genius before Wu-Tang.
Knowledge, hip-hop knowledge.
Same thing, you know, RZA 2, Prince Rakim.
Yeah, Knowledge.
We love you, Rakim. Yes. Before Wu.
So we can't count RZA or we can't count GZA anyway. But they came from a group anyway, so we won't count them. Now, far as duo goes, Method Man and Redman, I'm kind of on the fence about this.
Yeah.
Like when we talk about top 5 favorite albums from a duo/group, debut albums, like would you count Method Man and Redman? Would you put them on the list?
I would say no, because as much as I want to put them on the list, anybody knows me, know I'm a diehard Redman, Wu fan, whatever. But I feel like if we can't count a solo artist like that came from a group, we shouldn't count solo artists that formed to like a group to make an album. I feel like we shouldn't count that either, because they were already established solo artists. It's like Durant, Jordan, Golden State. Like, that shit don't count.
Good point.
You want your chip, it don't count.
Good point. All right, that makes sense. So now we got that out the way before y'all be like, oh, why you ain't mention them? That's the rules. We only go on people that first studio album, debut album,
debut on
solo,
the scene.
First on the scene, didn't come from a group, didn't come from, you know, real groups, real solo artists. So I'm gonna start it off.
But hold on, one more thing. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
Now we're doing our top 5.
This is our favorites. We not exactly.
Yeah, you guys gotta understand how hard it is to drop it down to just fucking 5. Like, we spent a lot of time, like, damn, like, it's hard. So, but this is what the show's about, and we got to do it. So it's going to be shit left out, but that's what it is. You could disagree.
And it is just our personal favorites. And when we say personal favorites, we're not talking top 5. Let's not get technical. I know some of y'all going to be out there, oh, but this person has such an impact, or they sold this many records. We're just talking about our personal favorite, what we like, that what we think was the hottest to us.
And it's going to, listen, get used to it. It's going to be very rare on this fucking show. We're going to talk about record sales. I'll tell you that, especially from my mouth.
About record sales.
We're talking about the Sonics, And you know what? If you impact does count, because I think impact does make a huge difference.
It does.
But sales, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, we don't care about sales. I mean,
but let's fucking get into
all
it.
right.
Man.
So my top 5 solo drum roll. I have, let me see, no particular order, just top 5. Nas, Illmatic.
Yeah.
You know, that's self-explanatory. If you don't know why that's on the top, first of all, that should be on everybody's top 5.
For sure.
If Nas, Illmatic is not on your top 5 debut solo album, hip hop solo albums favorites, I don't know.
If you listen to Ain't No Hard to Tell and you don't feel
World Is Yours,
like something good, like
represent.
You know, I mean, every single song is bangers, but if you listen to Ain't Hard to Tell and don't feel like doing something for the community or something, I don't know, it gives you that good feeling. I don't know, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, tell me another solo artist you know that came out with an album where only 9 tracks. They say 10, but one was an intro to Genesis, so we're not going to count that. 9 songs and flawless. Flawless. Only 9 songs. 1 feature. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Illmatic.
So,
all right. So, Illmatic. Big Pun. Capital Punishment.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to talk about debut albums, fire debut albums, first album, solo artists? You have to put, well, I'm not going to say you have to put, but I'm definitely putting Capital Punishment in my top 5.
I mean,
lyrics.
You know what? That's
production.
That was rough not putting on mine. It's definitely an honorable mention. But yeah, every facet of hip hop is on that fucking album. And on top of everything, the bars was superb.
He had the crazy commercial singles where it wasn't corny commercial. It was females love it, dudes love it. He had the street stuff. He had, come on, Beware, the joint with Black Thought. Like, come on. So yeah, that's number 2. All right, Biggie, Ready to Die.
Yeah, I mean,
that's another self-explanatory. How can you not put Ready to Die? Do
we have to really go into that?
Let's
just go into it just in case. I mean, if you want to like,
So just like Pun album, like I think Pun actually got the blueprint from Ready to Die, where you got the commercial singles, where it's radio songs, but it was different how they did it back then, where it wasn't like, all right, like cheesy. Just for the females, like the dudes love it. Big Papa, One More Chance. But then you had the hard joints, Give Me the Loot,
Everyday Struggle,
the What with Meth, like Ready to Die, definitely is on my top 5. All right, number 4, I'm gonna put Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt.
Oh, yeah, I think that could be another one. It's on mine. But I'm not even gonna talk about what's on mine. But I mean, come on.
Reasonable Doubt. Great album.
Lyrics.
Rap. And a lot of people slept on the album when it first came out.
Definitely.
And I say the only reason why, I mean, shout out to Lav, my cousin, a.k.a. L Bags, because he actually was running the album into the ground when it first came out. He knew what it was about.
My brother did too. Like,
yeah, but I thought, like, a lot of people, like, back then when it came out in 96, I was all about Mobb Deep, Nas, Wu. Like,
that. At that time, if somebody listened to Jay-Z, it was like, oh, everybody's listening to this, so you know what? I'm going to be different and listen to Jay-Z. That's how it was then. Yeah. Like, the people that don't know, like, Jigga wasn't always the fucking number 1 dog.
Yeah, he didn't come out on
top. He was like that alternative fucking thing where, like, after, like, the 4th seed, then somebody, popping Jay-Z. You know what I mean?
Reasonable Doubt, 96, it wasn't getting bumped like that out of every system. Like, it was written. Hell on Earth. 96 had a lot of good albums dropped in 96. Muddy Waters.
That's the year of hip hop.
Yeah, that was my favorite year in hip hop, 96. But okay, so that's number 4 on my list. Number 5 is going to be, now I know people are gonna have a little something to say about this.
I can't wait to hear this one.
Eric B and Rakim, Paid in Full.
Well, wait, I have them on my duo group. I mean,
how can you put them on a duo group?
It's Eric B and Rakim.
There's only one person rapping.
All right, yeah, but like, it's both their names on the marquee. It's Eric B and Rakim, so you gotta consider it a duo group. Like, what about Gangstar? You consider that a solo artist?
I would consider that a solo. It's one person rapping. If one person rapping and you got another person just DJing or doing the beat, like Eric B, did he do the beats or he just
he did production? And that's a big part of the beat.
Okay, but it's just one person rapping.
But the beats is just as a bigger part as the lyrics.
It's not a duo group. Duo group is like Mobb Deep, 2 people rapping. Right. Group, Wu-Tang. I can't give it a duo or group when there's only one person rapping.
All right, people.
If that's the case, think of other albums where it was one person rapping and a person they had a like
like the Roots or something.
I would consider that's a band. That's different.
All right.
That's different.
See,
if it's one person
now
making,
we got a debate.
if it's one person making a beat and one person rhyming, all right. I'm putting Paid in Full.
People at home, help us out.
Yeah, I'm putting every.
This might be a debate forever.
I put it as like a debut solo album.
So we're gonna keep it there for now. Then
yeah, Paid in Full. That rounds off my top 5. So
classic fucking album.
Yeah, I'm running down it real quick again. Nas, Illmatic, Big Pun, Capital Punishment, Biggie, Ready to Die, Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, Every B and Rakim, Paid in Full as my top 5 favorite debut solo hip hop album.
Very impressive list. Very impressive.
And now my honorable mentions that didn't make the cut.
Let's see.
But great albums. Arguably, maybe I'm bugging, but I'm gonna put Slick Rick, The Great Adventures, Slick Rick.
Shit.
I'm gonna put DMX, It's Dark and Hell is Hot. I'm gonna put Snoop Dogg, first album, Doggy Style. I'm gonna put The Game, the documentary.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm gonna put. I know a lot of people are gonna sleep on this one. AZ, Do or Die.
It's hard to keep it at 5. It's hard to keep it at 5.
He had Uncut Raw, Whole Happy Jackie, Rather Unique, Sugar Hill,
More Money,
More Murder, Do or Die, Give Me Yours. Like AZ's first solo album was official.
That might be on the slept-on list.
And another person I'm gonna put on my honorable mention.
That's what you got.
Moni Love, Down to Earth. That's right. I'm a big Moni Love fan.
Shit.
She came out with one album.
Childhood crush.
My first crush. Yes, she was my first crush.
That's why, guys. That's why.
A little sexy thing that could rhyme with a little gold tooth. That was my first. Moni Love, that album. A lot of people.
Shout out Moni. That was a good album.
Shout out to Moni in the Middle, all that. That album was good. Her flow, her delivery, what she talked about. Nobody mentions that, but I'm going to put that on my honorable mentions.
People at home, what do you think about that album, man? Like, people that remember that shit was hard, right?
Moni Love.
People need to show her love.
What up, Moni?
We're gonna cheers. Let's cheers to that.
Cheers to that. Yes, Moni Love, Down to Earth. So that's my honorable mentions, and that's my top 5 solo. Now let me hear yours.
All right, no order. I got Nas, Illmatic.
Okay.
Now, like you already said, why it was great, whatever. But another thing is too, it's like he had like the Rakim blueprint, just took it to a whole nother level. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he came on the scene. I was young when it came out, but I remember Jared. Shout out to Jared from my building. He burned me a copy of the tape because I liked The World Is Yours or Halftime. I forgot which single was out first. Mm-hmm. And when the album came out, it burned for me. And like, I remember listening to it, and I was like, yo, hip hop is here, man. Because my dad put me on the hip hop. I grew up listening to old fucking vinyls of Run DMC, Curtis Blow, Dana Dane, like all that shit. And here's a guy who listened to hip hop in the house all the time, put us on, but the fucking idiot used to say, "Oh, it's just a fad. It's not gonna last." And when I heard Illmatic, I was like, "This shit ain't going nowhere. The hip hop is going nowhere." Like, shout out to Johnny, but you're an idiot for saying it's a fad. Meanwhile, you're listening.
Shout out to my pops too, because he said the same thing. All the old heads were saying that it's just a fad. It's not gonna last.
Oh, it's crazy. Okay, so let me get that out of the way. Nas, Illmatic. Next one. What this brings back memories, but it's a good album anyway. But this is like close to the heart because this is like my first memory of going to like a Sam Goody, Kings Plaza Mall. Me, my brother, my mom went to Sam Goody, and she said, "Go ahead, pick an album." We already knew what we wanted. I think we asked her. She's like, "All right, go pick one." Went to that hip hop aisle and picked up Great Adventures of Slick Rick. I mean, storytelling. Come on.
You put that on your top 5?
I put it on my top 5 for sure.
It was on my honorable mention. Okay.
Okay. I mean,
I feel you. I have no.
Hey Young World, children's story, Mona Lisa, treated like a prostitute, and I was like 6 or 7. My brother was like 9 and 10 at the time, and I remember like we looking at the back of the tape. And seeing the names of songs, and you seen "Lick the Balls." We thought that was the funniest thing in the world. That song was called "Lick the Balls." Like, yeah, lick the balls. But that's on there for sure. Next, Jay-Z, "Reasonable Doubt." Great album. And then I got Biggie, "Ready to Die." And then 5th is Redman, "What the album. That shit. I mean,
I wouldn't put that on my top 5, but
you didn't even have it in your honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions? I don't have it on my honorable mentions
because I don't think it's up there.
I don't think the What album was a very good album. I don't think it makes my honorable mentions because Slick Rick, DMX, Snoop, AZ, The Game.
Well, What the album's better than DMX, I think.
I disagree. I don't think it was better than Dark and Hell Is Hot.
I think so. I mean, lyrically, I think definitely.
I'm talking all around.
Production, I mean.
Feel-wise, all around, what I can still listen to right now.
I don't know.
I could put on the What album right now. I could listen to it, but I could put on It's Dark and Hell Is Hot and really.
Time for some action.
That's one of my favorite songs
Tonight's
of all time.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Blow Your Mind. I mean. Jam
How
for
to Roll
You,
a Blunt, all that.
Rated R. I mean, Watch Your Nuggets. Like, yo, we can go on and on. So.
I don't think it would make top 5. I think you're saying that because
that's my favorite
personally,
rapper.
That's your favorite
that's
rapper.
Favorite rapper. That's my favorite rapper.
So I think you're a little biased.
Yeah.
You're just throwing him on the list, but I got no problem with Redman, but I don't think the What would make the top 5. I think it would make honorable mentions.
Right. Yeah. So and how we were talking about impact and all this shit. I feel like Redman. Like Ludacris and Eminem are a direct, what's the word I'm looking for? A direct like thing off of Redman.
They cut from that cloth.
They cut from that
cloth. Same way
cloth.
Nas was cut from the Rakim, G-Rap.
Right. Yeah. I think like people like Luda and Eminem even says it. Like Eminem says it's his favorite rap of all time. Like you could just tell. So it's just he's the man. He's Funk Dr. Spock. But honorable mentions on the solo tip.
Oh, say your top 5 again. Run it down real quick. What was your top 5?
It was my bad. It was Illmatic,
okay.
Slick Rick, Great Adventure Slick Rick, Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, Biggie, Ready to Die, Redman, What the Album.
Okay.
Boom.
All right. Honorable mentions now.
Honorable mentions. I got X. I got Kendrick Lamar. Now.
Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City. I know it's
classic.
It's kind of recent, but it's a hard album. I mean, regardless recent or not, it's fucking hard. It's gonna stand the test of time. 10 years, 20 years from now, I'm gonna be listening to that album. I know that for sure.
Okay.
Also, I said X. I said Kendrick. Oh, and Snoop Dogg. I was really battling putting Snoop Dogg in the top 5, to be honest with you, because I really like that album. And I know a lot of people at home were like, oh, all East Coast, 90s shit, you know. But, hey, I mean, this is our personal thing. We're not saying that our list is a definitive list of top 5.
This is just our personal favorites.
And, like I said, this Chop It Up hip-hop. We want you to chop it up with us and, give us your list. Or
Talk
whatever.
to us, people.
Yeah, so it's Snoop, X, and Kendrick are my only honorable mentions on the solo tip. But you brought up some good ones that I totally looked over.
What about 50, Get Rich? Or do you consider that? Is that his first solo?
Yeah, you know what? That's an honorable mention because I consider it solo because I don't think Power the Dollar was ever released.
And I remember going to B Street, downtown Brooklyn, and Power of the Dollar was there.
B Street had everything. They bootlegged everything, man.
It was there,
well,
though.
Let me ask you this. Is Power of the Dollar on Spotify or any streaming service? No, right?
Probably not.
I don't think it was ever released. We got, people at home, help us out, man.
Yeah, help us out. Power of a Dollar. All right, so if Power of the Dollar was never released, I'm going to put 50, Get Rich on my honorable mention.
Okay.
Solo debut.
All right.
You got to put that album.
See, but... And that, you know what? Because it's so much great music in this culture, man. That's why I love hip hop. Like I totally forgot about Big Pun, what you had. Like I would put Big Pun's before 50s.
Oh yeah, that's why it's on my top 5.
Yeah.
Pun is on my top 5.
Pun's a fucking. That's a hard fucking album.
That album was hard.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for you fans out there. All right. So that's your honorable mentions.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So now we're gonna get into the group, and before we get into the duo/group debut albums, Mobb Deep. Now, this is where we had a little problem because everybody thinks The Infamous was their first album.
I did too. I thought the first album was...
But it was Juvenile Hell.
Right, but I thought that was on the Poetic
Prophets.
Poetic Prophets.
Yeah, that's the original name they went by, Poetic Prophets. But we did our little research, and they Juvenile Hell was under Mobb Deep.
Right,
They was called Mobb Deep. When they first was trying to get a deal, it was...
Poetical Prophets.
Poetic Prophets, and they changed the name to Mobb Deep. So Juvenile Hell, we can't count The Infamous. Much as I would love to count The Infamous album, you don't understand. We got to stick to the rules. We can't count The Infamous because Juvenile Hell was their first studio album. It was actually put out.
But Infamous is a masterpiece.
Oh yeah, classic without a doubt. But rest in peace, Prodigy. We can't count that. So okay, so let's get into the duo/group debut albums, and I'm gonna start it off. Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers. I shouldn't have to explain, but for you idiots out there, you numbskulls, I guess I have to break it down a little bit.
Numbskulls.
That album is without a doubt.
I think there's no argument.
If we had to do a list of just the top 5 greatest hip hop albums of all time, we're gonna do that on another podcast at another time. That would be on there.
We'll say that.
Definitely be on.
We'll say that because that's gonna be too hard to break it down.
That'd be too hard. We probably have to do 10
yeah.
greatest 10 hip hop albums of all time, and that's gonna be on there without a question. That album was so. They came out of. First of all, it was never done before what they did. It was like a bunch of superheroes.
Right.
And back then I was young, so I still was in the comic books. And you got all these characters, all these. If you wanted like some real lyrical stuff, you had Inspector Deck and Jizza. If you wanted the drug dealer street talk, you had Ray and Ghost.
Preach.
If you wanted just to do spitting, whatever, and kind of on some real, you had Meth. If you wanted a wild out crazy dude, you had ODB. You had RZA doing the beats and RZA with his flow. You had everything mixed into one pot. It's like a pot of gumbo. You had everything mixed into that one pot and provided you a great fucking meal. 36 Chambers was fucking amazing. From Bring the Ruckus to Shame on a Nigga to Wu-Tang Clan Ain't Nothing to Fuck With to Can It Be Also Simple to Cream to Method Man to Protect Your Neck. Shout out to RZA to being a genius to put Method Man as a single. Y'all was a group, but you had the vision to make that the second single after Protect Your Neck because you knew what that record was going to do and what Method Man had to offer for you to put that out there was fucking genius.
Right.
To what's the song? Tears.
Yo, Tears. That sample is one of the hardest sample flips I've ever heard. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of hard sample flips, but go ahead, man. The way you
the mystery of chess boxing. Come on.
Yo, how many singles off that album? 6, 7?
Protect Your Neck 1, Method Man 2,
Cream
video, Cream 3,
Mystery of Chess
Boxing 4.
They did it.
Wu-Tang Clan Nothing to Fuck With 5. Can It Be Also Simple 6.
Holy shit.
Yeah, off their debut album.
And I think there's another one we're missing because there was a Wu-Tang Clan Nothing to Fuck With was split with something, right?
Probably the was it Shame on a Nigga or Bring the Ruckus?
Shame on a Nigga. It's at 7.
Yeah.
The way you just broke down an album, I never heard anybody break it down like that. That was probably the best explanation for it.
Yeah.
So when it comes to my turn, I got nothing to say.
They covered every spectrum, every angle. They covered it. So that's why people love Wu-Tang because the drug dealers, they want to hear that drug dealer gangster talk. That whatever.
Perfect.
Ray and Ghost killed that. The struggle. You want to hear that straight super lyrical talk, whatever. Jizza and Inspector Deck. You want to hear that wild out kind of abstract type, whatever. RZA, ODB. The Method Man just give you that straight hip hop, whatever like that.
Got that charisma.
Yeah, that
flow.
charisma, that lyrical. Then you had all of them added something. Even though people whatever they say about U-God, Master Killer, they added something when it came to the group. They added. You needed that Master Killer, that real like. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you this, Master Killer had his solo album was better than a lot of the other solo dudes on Wu.
And I liked it for what it worth. The stuff that he did with them, like they had it covered. They had the Kung Fu. Who was coming out with the Kung Fu stuff? Nobody like that. They had
AKAs.
Yeah, the AKAs.
Everything about it was original. If you want to talk about originality, if they had an originality Hall of Fame in no matter what field it was, Wu-Tang's in there.
Everything.
They started the branding before anybody did. Like, they weren't as big as like some of the entrepreneurs now, but they started that like branding who they were before anybody. The logo, the name, everything.
You know why they so great? Because look how much time we just spent on them. We talking about a group, and we could do a whole podcast talking about Wu-Tang. That's how great they are.
I swear to God, the way you broke that down is just like I saw documentaries, I read books, and nobody broke it down like you just did. So I'm going to give you that. That was great. Let's give this motherfucker a hand right there. Let's give him a rich notch.
Yep.
Let's go.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, so Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers. Tribe Called Quest, debut album, People's Instinctive Travels and the Paths of Rhythm.
Yes.
Definitely got to put that on my list.
Yes.
And look at a lot of rappers out now. You could tell that Tribe birthed a lot of them. That album alone.
Without a motherfucking doubt.
Name a few that they birthed.
Kanye. I mean,
yeah.
Pharrell.
Yeah.
Even like
Lupe.
Common now. Lupe. Whoa. All right.
We're not gonna get it. Yeah, that's gonna. Yeah.
No.
Touch on it real quick.
Not according to Lupe, he ain't listened to them. He listened to NWA and Spice One because he's a thug.
Why lie?
Yeah.
Stop the lies, Lupe.
None of your music sounds like any of that shit.
Stop the lies.
Admit your mistake. You fucked up at the VH1
Outkast, Kendrick.
Yes, Outkast, Kendrick.
J. Cole.
I mean, we could keep going.
Tribe. That first album birthed a lot of y'all rappers out here. So
shitload.
That's my second album. We could get into Bonita Applebum. We could get into all the classic stuff.
Footprints.
Yeah. We could forget about it. So Tribe first album is number 2. Number 3, I got a lot of y'all might disagree with me. That's okay. I welcome that. We got Helter Skelter. I got Helter Skelter Nocturnal.
Oh, that's a curveball. That's a curveball.
Helter Skelter Nocturnal. Now, for those who haven't heard the album, rest in peace to Ruck, aka Sean Price. I suggest you listen to it. Please. Tell me I'm wrong. Debate with me. I want to hear what y'all have to say, because a lot of people will never put that on their favorite duo/group top 5. I'm putting Helter Skelter Nocturnal on my top 5. Not an honorable mention. It's on my top 5. Operation Lockdown. Come on.
I mean, the first song,
Posse, Cruise and Clicks, Fat Five, LaFleur, you know,
Skull Sky.
Come on, Fat Five.
What was the first song? Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. If you're a dedicated soldier, say here we come. That whole album,
The Great Unknown,
Therapy, The Great Unknown,
Therapy, top 5 concept song.
One of the hardest verses I heard out of hip hop was off that album when Sean Price said, "Fuck the world, stick my dick in the dirt." Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. All right. So Helter Skelter Nocturnal, that's number 3. Lost Boys, Legal Drug Money is number 4. Like I said, no particular order. This is my top 5. Lost Boys, like I said, once again, if y'all don't agree with me, go listen to Lost Boys album. Go listen to Lost Boys album. Every song was damn near a single on that album.
Yeah, and all you young people that are listening, like, if you want to get in the game and you don't care about lyrics and all this, and you want just come out with party joints, you should listen to the Lost Boys album. They got a couple singles on there that you could definitely take from and make it like into your own little single now. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Music Makes Me High.
Music Makes Me High. Renee, Lifestyles of the Rich and Shameless.
The Jeeps, Lexus Beamers, and the Benz. Like, they had those party joints. Like, you could take from them. I'm telling you right now, you could take, like, Mr. Cheeks had that flow, but I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut off your list.
Yeah. Nah, go ahead. Lost Boys, Legal Drug Money. That's on my top 5. That's number 4. And number 5 to round off my list, I'm putting my personal favorite. Like I said, this is our favorite, my top 5 duo/group debut album, CNN, Capone and Noriega, The War Report.
Shout out.
War Report.
Shout out to Drink Champs.
That was, shout out to Nori, Drink Champs, DJ EFN. That was like a soundtrack for me. 97, I'm in high school, I'm on the A train, camouflage, fatigue, Tim Bulls, champion hoodies. We listening to Blood Money, TONY, Stick You, Iraq See the World. What's some other stuff on there, man? They had that album, LA.
Burping, sorry.
Yo, that album was the hood album.
Legal Life.
It's kind of like the Infamous album almost. Like, it gives you that, like, you just in the middle of the project somewhere in New York sitting on a bench.
Yes.
Watching
In the cold.
You
wearing your Carhartt.
In the cold. With a 40.
What was the name of the song that had that beat? It had like that opera sample or something, and it had the drums like boom, 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 boom.
War Report.
Boom. Yeah, it was like
Parole Violation, Fugitives on the Run.
No, not that one. Hold on. Man, that shit was hard, son. Yeah. Oh man.
That album was definitely a hard album. Like Capone Bone, all that. Shout out to Tragedy Gaddafi too.
Yes,
he definitely blessed that album. You know what I'm saying? So that's my top 5 duo/group debut albums. Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers. Tribe Called Quest, People's Instinctive Travels and the Paths of Rhythm.
Right.
Helter Skelter, Nocturnal. Lost Boys, Legal Drug Money. And Capone and Noriega, The War Report.
Nice.
That's my top 5 personal favorite.
Nice.
And now my honorable mentions didn't make my top 5. Like I said, this was a struggle for us. My honorable mentions is Brand Nubians, One for All.
Yeah.
EPMD, Strictly Business.
I hate to cut you off, but that Brand Nubian album was a 5-mic album in the Source.
Mics in the Source. And that's when the Source. What did you say earlier?
That's when the Source was credible.
That's when they had. Yeah, that's when they was credible.
I mean,
that's before they started taking money under the table. And
I mean, if that sound your top 5, that's probably knocking on the door. That's like the 6th man right there.
Yeah, that's definitely 6th man. Brand Nubian, One for All.
Great album.
Yeah. All right. EPMD, Strictly Business.
Oh,
classic.
Smith
& Wesson, The Shining. Classic.
Yes.
Black Moon, Enter the Stage.
Yes. Classic.
And now I'm gonna fuck y'all head up. The one that y'all, I'm pretty sure even y'all hip hop heads out there. What we
got over here, man?
Camp Low, Uptown Saturday Night. Honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Camp Low, Uptown Saturday Night was official. If you don't know, act like you know. Do your research and go listen to it. That was 97.
Shout out to Ski Beats.
Yes, sir.
I actually talked to him before when I tried to get beats, and he actually responded to my email, and I talked to him on the phone. Legendary producer who did a few joints on Reasonable Doubt. I'm pretty sure he did Dead Presidents. I'm 99% sure he did that beat, and he did a couple others. Legendary producer. Shout out to Ski.
All right.
Good list.
And so that's my honorable mentions. Brand Nubian, One for All, EPMD, Strictly Business, Smith & Wesson, The Shining, Black Moon, Enter the Stage, and Camp Low, Uptown Saturday Night.
Nice.
Now let me hear your duo/groups. Let me hear who you got as your top 5.
All right. No particular order. Well, now, because we talked about this before, I got Eric B. and Rakim on my list as duo or group.
That's not a duo or group because it's one person rapping. Listen, I'm sticking to what I said. It's only one person rapping.
All right. Besides that, though, classic album.
Classic.
Fucking banger after banger. Rakim changed the game the way he was rapping. He changed the fucking game, right?
The original God MC.
Yes. Original God MC. Yes. Okay. Next. Wu-Tang, Enter the 36 Chambers.
Of course.
I can't say nothing about it because you said everything that needs to be said.
Thank you. Thank you.
I got EPMD, Strictly Business.
In your top 5?
Top fucking 5 without a doubt. Let me tell you something, man.
Okay. Speak to them.
I think every song on this album was probably sampled like 5 times after they sampled it. Like, this was a game changer too, with the slow flow and just the hard, funky beats. I mean, they were game changing. Like I said, like their beats were sampled so much. I mean, I know they sampled themselves, but people just. I mean, if you look at It's My Thing. Mm-hmm. Anybody who don't know about EPMD but know Jay-Z's work, ain't no same beat as It's My Thing. I mean. And Jay-Z sampled it because of that song. You know what I mean? I could go on. You know what I mean?
Okay.
10 tracks, all hot. And like I said, the EPMD was one of the first people in hip-hop that actually had a catalog before people like were expecting rappers to come out with like hot albums. Moving on. Boogie Down Productions. KRS, I mean, come on. I mean, Criminal Minded, of course, is...
Okay.
Is another one. Like, yo, like KRS is the God MC. I mean, Bridges Over. I mean, 9mm. Like, you keep going,
9mm go back.
Yeah, I mean, this shit's a bang. Listen to the album, people. I'm telling you right now, man. And
I have no argument with you.
So I got I said Woo, Boogie Down, EPMD, Eric B. and Rakim.
4.
And my last one was Tribe Called Quest, first album.
Okay.
And like you said, they birthed a lot of shit's going on to this day.
They birthed y'all niggas.
Q-Tip on most of the production. They had a vision. They weren't scared to be different.
They had that jazz flavor.
They looked a little wild out there. They had the jazz. I mean, they were having fun, but it didn't look corny. It wasn't like a lot to this day. A lot of people like snap on Kid and Play for being corny. Me personally, I thought I liked them, but they were considered corny. Tribe, though, was never considered corny.
Never.
From what I know.
Never.
And they were having fun with it and being conscious, and like I said,
you could play Bonita Applebum right
can
now
I kick
in 2017. You can still play that.
Yeah, Can I Kick It?
Sounds great. Can I Kick It?
I mean, come on, man. With Footprints, we could go on.
So that's your top five.
That's my top five. Let's run it down. Run it down. All right. Wu-Tang, Enter 36. Boogie Down Productions, Criminal Minded. EPMD, Strictly Business. Eric B. and Rakim, Paid in Full. Tribe Called Quest, first album. So I'm not gonna say the whole thing.
Long ass title.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite groups of all time. Now my honorable mentions.
Okay.
I'm saying it's just based on impact, and I know a lot of people are mad that this is on neither one of our lists. I'm going NWA, Straight Outta Compton.
I disagree. Go ahead.
Because I feel like just off, I feel like just off impact, they have to be on there. But sonically, it wasn't my thing. To me, the second album was better than Straight Outta Compton. Even though there was no Ice Cube, I like the second album better. Noose for Life. You know what I mean? What are you going to say about that?
I'm going to say this. If you're talking about impact, what they did and all that, I agree with you. And now if you're just talking about hot albums, your favorite, I totally disagree by putting NWA. No disrespect. I understood what they did, what they accomplished, as far as the culture, as far as the impact. But if we really talking about out of all these years, all these great albums, they're not making to me, they're not making my honorable mention. You can't put the NWA album over. You put it in the honorable mentions. I get that, but I can still find others. MOP first album, Firing Squad.
Right.
It didn't have the impact. It didn't have.
Now people gonna say you're two 90s and two East Coast. They're gonna say now.
Yeah, but I mean, NWA first album was what, early 90s too?
No, it was
88.
Yeah.
Okay, it was shock value. What they talking about? What they talked about? Whatever like that.
Like I said,
they came off. Okay, these guys wild and fuck the police is gangster shit. It was new especially new to New York because we looking at it and everything. The East Coast, but like if we just talking about albums, if you want to put on a album, then put on MOP Firing Squad, which didn't make even my honorable mentions, which I'm bugging, but I can't put that. If you talking impact and all that other technical stuff, then I understand. NWA.
I got you.
But no, that's okay.
I mean, it's not for everybody, obviously. You know what I mean? Like, there's probably shit like we
Shout
mentioned.
Shout out to Cube, Dre, rest in peace, Eazy-E.
Right. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to all pioneers.
Pioneers.
We're going on groups, right? I got Gang Starr's first album. I mean,
yeah.
Primo and Guru, rest in peace of Guru.
Rest in peace.
I mean, that was a great album.
Man. I don't have that on my list, but I agree.
I got De La Soul, first album. I mean, De La Soul. I know you like
Five Holes in My Lawn.
It was like the tribe-y kind of, Native Tongues. Buddy was in that first album, right?
I believe so.
Buddy was hard. And your girl was on Buddy.
Moni.
I love De La. Far Side. This is my curveball. Bizarre Ride to the Far Side is my curveball.
Do a curveball.
That is I like Far Side.
I thought I threw a curveball at Camp Low. He just threw another curveball.
Yeah. Passing Me By is a single, but that song to this day is just knocking.
Classic.
Your mama got a fish eye with a glass in it. A glass eye with a fish in it. Sip it a little bit.
Backwards.
Yeah, retard. Okay, I got another curveball, which actually this I should have said this first. Actually, no, I shouldn't have. But Main Source, Breaking Adams. Large Professor. Come on. Looking at the front door. I'm looking at the front door. Classic. Even though I heard that he personally, I don't know, he has something against that or something. People give him props to that song, he doesn't like hearing it, which is weird. But hey, everybody, their own.
Shout out to Large Pro Queens.
Shout out.
QU.
That shit had joints on it for days, and like I said, they put Nas on. People listen to these albums, man. You'll be like, you know what? Next, Brand New being 0 for 1. We already talked about this. Come on. Pooba.
Slow down.
Sadat X. Lord Jamar. Come on. Yeah. 0 for 1. Slow down.
Classic. 5 mics.
It was like we said, 5 mics. Very, very good album, and I think
when 5 mics used to actually mean something.
And then I got Campo on my honorable mention. I got CNN, and then I got Outkast, Southern Playlist of Cadillac Music in my honorable mentions.
Okay,
and that's it.
Okay,
and like I said, people, it's hard to drop it down to motherfucking 5, but it gotta be done. Yeah. Give us your 5.
Gotta be done. This is our personal favorites, and like I said, without doing the honorable mentions, I'm gonna just run down my top 5 one more time for y'all.
Yeah, let's do it.
Nas, Illmatic. Like I said, no particular order. Nas, Illmatic. Big Pun, Capital Punishment. B.I.G., Ready to Die. Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt. And I put Eric B. and Rakim, Paid in Full. But if y'all don't count that as a solo debut, then I'll take that off and I'll replace that with Slick Rick, The Great Adventures.
All right.
And your top 5 again one more time?
The top 5 solo debut. Nas, Illmatic. Slick Rick, Great Adventures of Slick Rick. Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt. Biggie, Ready to Die. Redman, What? The album.
Okay. And run down the top 5 duo/group debut albums one more time. Mine's coming from Rich Notch. Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers. Tribe Called Quest, People Instinctive Travels, and The Paths of Rhythm. Helter Skelter, Nocturnal. Lost Boys, Legal Drug Money. And Capone and Noriega, The War Report. What?
All right, my top 5 debut group or duo album is Wu-Tang, Enter the 36, Criminal Minded by Boogie Down Productions, EPMD, Strictly Business, Tribe Called Quest, Eric B. and Rakim, Paid in Full.
Sounds good.
Sounds
like a good list.
Tweet us your list.
Let us know. Tweet us. Give them the
at Chop It Up Hip Hop.
Give them the tweet. Give them your information. Hit us on a IG. Rich_Notch. Hit me on a DM. Let me know what you think. Email me. Let me know what you think about the list. P.Rich, aka Notch. One word. P.Rich, aka Notch at gmail.com. And let me know what you think. Give them your hit them with your tweet or whatever and let them know.
Tweet us at Chop It Up Hip Hop. I'm gonna change my Instagram, but I'm looking at right now Chop It Up Brock as my IG at Chop It Up Brock. And then that's it for now. And we'll keep you guys posted on more social media stuff. You know, we're gonna get the Periscope going. We're gonna get the Facebook. We're gonna get all that going. You know,
the wheels is in motion.
Yeah, your feedback helps us, man. If you guys are happy to finally hear some real hip hop talk. With people that don't rub elbows with nobody. We're not pushing agendas to you. It's our honest opinion about certain people.
Real talk.
If you really want to have this real hip-hop conversations and debates, this is for you. We're doing this for y'all, man. Because
for the people.
We're sick of listening to radio stations and them try and tell us what's hot or just reading shit. And you could tell us the agenda behind everything.
This is for the real hip-hop.
We're trying to just do it. We're just trying to just
hip-hop junkies.
Yeah.
All right, so until next time, stay fit, keep it hip hop. Signing off from the Chop Shop. Chop It Up Hip Hop. Keep it hip hop, fellas and ladies, and see y'all next time. Peace.